A couple of weeks ago I was scrolling through YouTube Shorts when I found this video. It's an AI-generated animated story short, but I quickly found out that it has 8 million views. So I went to this channel and saw that they started just 3 months ago and already have well over 100,000 subscribers with only 28 videos. In fact, here is another channel creating the exact same videos who started 5 months ago and grew to 400,000 subscribers with only 26 videos. These YouTube shorts are going extremely viral right now. But the craziest part? They are completely made with AI and are really easy to create. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make these animated videos so you can start your own faceless YouTube channel. But before we start, let's have a look at one of their most viral videos. Alex often bullied other kids. His parents were constantly called to the school. Both parents worked full-time jobs and couldn't afford to miss work frequently. As you can see, these videos consist of a couple of parts. A story with a moral or lesson, an AI voiceover, AI-generated images and videos, background music and captions. So let's start with the most important part, the story. Because a good story is going to determine if your video goes viral or not. Luckily, I'll show you the 2 best ways to create these stories right now. The first way is to simply go to Pinterest and search for short story with moral because these videos always tell a story with a moral at the end. Here you can then find all kinds of stories you can use as inspiration for your own videos. The other way is to use ChatGPT. I've created a detailed prompt that creates extremely high-quality scripts with a great story and lesson or conclusion at the end. Simply copy this prompt and input it in ChatGPT and you will get perfect scripts for your video. For the next step, you will need these Disney Pixar style images that match with your script, and the best way to create these images is with Leonardo AI. This is a high-quality AI image generation software, and they actually have a free plan which give you 150 credits for free every day, which is more than enough for these videos. But the best part is that they have an image model which is specially trained on the exact style of images we need, the 3D animation style model. If you use this model, you will always get the perfect images for your videos. I've put the link to Leonardo and all other tools used in the description of this video. You will obviously need these detailed prompts that match with your script. And as you can see in the example channels, they are using a lot of different images, around 1 image every second. So you will need a lot of prompts to generate these images, and creating every prompt yourself would take a lot of time. But I've actually managed to create a very powerful prompt for ChatGPT that automatically generates each AI image prompt in just a couple of seconds. As you can see, this is a serious prompt, and this one took me literally 4 full hours to create. Which coincidentally is the exact same amount of time between me saying I love you to my ex and her replying with I think we should break up. Whoa. But it is going to save you a lot of time. Simply input your script at the end of the prompt and hit enter, and you will get all the image prompts you need for Leonardo and I in literally seconds. So if you think this is useful and you want to see more tricks like these, you could really support me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Now go to Leonardo and go to Fine-Tune Models in the left menu bar of the screen. Then select the 3D animation style model. If you are on the free plan, I would recommend to turn off the alchemy setting. This will reduce the quality of the images a little bit, but will also make the image 4 times cheaper to generate. Now go back to ChatGPT and simply copy the first prompt and paste it in Leonardo and select Generate, and as you can see, Leonardo generates the exact images you need. Now simply repeat this for all other prompts. You will probably need to check the output and manually add just 1 or 2 prompts after you generated everything, but 9 out of 10 images are probably perfect. But as you can see in the example video, they are using a subtle AI-generated video version of these images. You can actually use Leonardo for this as well. Once you generated your images and decided which ones you want to use, you can simply select an image and use the image to motion feature. Set the motion strength to 1 or 2 and hit generate. If you put it higher than 2, you will probably get something which doesn't look very nice, but as you can see, you are able to create really high-quality animation scenes with this feature. Now download your videos and images. Before we can edit everything together, you will need a voiceover, and I always recommend 11 Labs. This is by far the most realistic AI voiceover software there currently is, and they actually have a free plan which gives you 10 minutes of voice generation a month for free, which is more than enough for these short videos. If you go to Voices on the left side of the screen and then to Library, you can pick from thousands of high-quality voices. For these videos I'd recommend to set the language to English, the age to middle-aged and the gender to male. These voices match best with these videos, unlike my dating life where nothing seems to match at all. Simply pick one you like and go to Speech, paste in your script and select Generate, and now you are ready to put everything together in an editing software. I highly recommend CapCut simply because it's free, very easy to use, and unlike my search history, this won't make you feel uncomfortable. Simply upload your images, videos and voiceover and start by placing your voiceover onto the editing timeline first. Now, because you are making short-form content, you really want to make the video as engaging as possible. Viewers have a short attention span, so you need to make the videos fast-paced. You can do this by removing all silences and pauses in the voiceover. Simply place your timing bar at the start of a silence, then press the split button on the left side of the screen. This will split the voiceover element in two. You can now remove the silence by dragging the start more towards the actual voiceover. Then drag this part towards the first part so it connects to each other. Simply do this for every silence or pause in the voiceover. Now start by placing the first clip onto your editing timeline. But before you continue with the next clips, you want to go to aspect ratio and set it to 9:16. This is the aspect ratio for short-form content. However, as you can see, the clip doesn't fill in the entire screen anymore, so enlarge the clip so it covers the entire frame of the video. Now listen to the voiceover to determine where you need to switch to the next scene. Pause where you are going to switch and shorten the clip to that place in the video. Now drag the next clip onto the editing timeline and again enlarge this clip so it covers the entire frame of the video. Again, listen to the voiceover and pause where you want to switch to the next clip. Shorten the clip and drag the next one onto the editing timeline. Repeat this until you have all clips onto your editing timeline. It's as easy as that. This is already looking decent, but we are missing a couple of elements because, as you can see in the example videos, they are applying a subtle zoom-in effect with a so-called pull-in transition in between every clip. This makes the videos much more engaging. So here is how you create this in CapCut. Place the timing bar at the start of the first clip and select the first clip on the right side of your screen. The video settings of this clip will appear. What you need to do is add a transform keyframe. This will lock the position and size settings of this clip at this place in the video. If you then place the timing bar at the end of this clip and add another transform keyframe, you can then adjust the scale settings of this clip specifically for this place in the editing timeline. I would recommend to increase the scale settings with 10 to 20%. What will happen is that the scale settings gradually change from the first keyframe to the second, giving you a subtle zoom-in effect. It's like slowly zooming in on your neighbor's windows. Not that I know anything about that, of course. Simply do this for every other clip in the video. Place a keyframe at the start and ending of the clip and increase the scale by 10 to 20%. If you do this correctly, you will end up with something that looks like this. And as you can see, this makes the videos already much more engaging. But you also want to incorporate a pull-in transition. Simply go to Transitions in the top left corner and search for pull-in. Now drag the pull-in transition and place it in between every clip. It's as easy as that. Now you will have something that looks like this. The only thing that is missing right now is background music. I would recommend to use Epidemic Sound. They have the largest library of high-quality copyright-free music you can use. However, if you are looking for a free alternative, you can also use YouTube's audio library. If you log into YouTube and then go to YouTube Studio, you can go to Audio Library in the bottom left corner. Here you can find a lot of free songs you can use and monetize for your videos. For these videos, I'd recommend to search for a piano song. Simply download one you like and import it in CapCut. Now drag it onto the editing timeline. Now select the song and reduce the volume to -10 in the top right corner. The last thing you need to do is to add captions to the video. Go to Text in the top left corner, select Auto Captions and then Generate. This will automatically generate captions for your video. Next, you will need to drag the captions to the center of the screen. And since the Apply to All feature is automatically enabled, everything you change to one caption element is also going to be changed to all other elements. The last thing I would recommend you do is split up the captions a bit. As you can see right now, the captions are made up of almost 10 words. I would split them up to only show a maximum of 3 to 4 words. This makes the video more engaging. To do this, simply go to Captions in the top right corner. Here you will see all caption elements. Now place your cursor in an element at the point where you want to split the captions and hit Enter. Do this for the rest of the captions as well, and as you can see, the captions are now split up in smaller parts. Lastly, change the font and design elements to your liking and you are done. Now let's have a look at the final result. But before I show you this, I want to quickly mention that if you are really serious about starting a faceless channel, you might want to check out our new community. Here is by far the most in-depth and serious faceless YouTube course with more than 16 hours of video content. Besides, you can get help from me and talk to other creators. I've put a link down below if you want to know more. Thank you for your